Good evening. Daisy does it. So I'm actually going to read something tonight, something that I wrote for class tomorrow. Supposed to write about something that changed my life. So, yeah, I'm just going to read. 'Cause I'm a writer, so tell me what you think. It's been a long road to health, but somehow it feels like I went 0 to 10. I've been in therapy for 7 years, in and out of psych wards a dozen stays, and wanted to die countless times. But when I tried to leave, I would never succeed. I was too scared. Instead, I begged and pleaded for help with my actions. I slit my wrists, strewing red all over the apartment. I drank until I wasn't inside my body anymore. I've shit myself, hurt myself, and pushed everyone around me out of my life. But today, I feel an overwhelming will to live. 21 years of trial and error, but it all got me to this point. Between December and April is a blur. Mike had finally had enough, packed up his things, and left. We weren't getting married, we weren't having sex. He wouldn't even talk to me. I don't know how, but somehow I managed to sublet an apartment and get a job working full-time as a hostess. Besides that, I was in and out of AA meetings. I let meth heads in my house. I did ketamine every chance I got, and I hated everything. Ketamine didn't work anymore. It made me sad. I couldn't stand being alone, but when I invited people over, I was crawling out of my skin. I had nothing to give another person. I wasn't funny anymore. I wasn't active. I wasn't fit. I lost about 25 pounds because nothing tasted good anymore. As I tried to force my favorite foods into my mouth, my taste buds screamed at me, rejecting the food. I had a constant UTI. I grew tired of going to the bathroom every 3 minutes, so I began peeing in a glass in my room, which I would discreetly discard of in the mornings. Then on April 8th, Mike came over. We had anal sex, and it was quite possibly the best sex I ever had. I couldn't believe he was there, inside of me. I desperately wanted him to notice how skinny and pretty I thought I was. All he said was, "Oh yeah, I noticed because your boobs are smaller." When he left, I just wanted to sleep, to forget that he wasn't there to hold me. So I took 1, 2, 3, 4 Ativan and my sleeping pill, followed by 2 shots. When I woke up, in the same exact position, but in different clothes, the bullet points are as follows. My laptop, iPhone, and $400 cash were no longer in my possession. My stepdad didn't know what to do with a hysterical, mentally ill 20-year-old, so he called my grandmother, who called the cops for fear of my safety. Instead of helping the girl who had been robbed the night before, the cops did the easiest activity they could think of. They attacked the girl with scars on her arms. I fought them the whole way, my mother following at my side. I screamed that they were all monsters for doing this and kicked the cops repeatedly in the crotch. On arrival to the ER, I continued this bad behavior until they rewarded me with an IV of liquid Benadryl and Ativan. The way this fucking world works. After 5 days in the hospital, my family decided that rehab was the quickest and only sliver of hope of helping me. I was no longer welcome at my sublet. My family moved my stuff out while I threw fits in the hospital. I had lost my friends, my fiance, and my job. So I agreed to 1 month in California. A month into my time at rehab, my family told me they had my computer. The pawn shop had called them. I cried, smiled, squealed, and told everyone in the house this incredible, really incredible news. But nobody really cared. I didn't fit in, as with most places. I was too loud, too sexual, not addict-y enough to be there. So I found a valid excuse to leave, and I left. For weeks, my family and friends fought me to come back home. I missed 2 flights. But when my family finally realized I was right, yes, I did use substances, but that was only a symptom of my personality disorder. And that's what needed treatment. In Boston, with my support system. And so, finally, I made the 3rd flight home. It's been 5 months since California. Although my time there ended badly, I did bring back 3 life-changing exercises. Every day I write down 7 things I'm grateful for. I write down all the things I think I did well that day and all the things I could improve on. And lastly, I recite to myself, my family, and my friends my list of everything I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to receive self-love. I'm ready to receive change for the better. I'm ready to receive patience. I'm ready to receive knowledge. I'm ready to receive friendship. I'm ready to receive love. I'm ready to receive a future.